Well, hello there. Sonia Barrett here once again, and it has been a little while since the last video. I have been planning to step it up, but lots going on in my world, and not just the things that I do, but my own transformation. And as you know, it's ongoing, and so I just honor that when that moment comes around, and depending on how long it lasts, certain levels of it, I just kind of honor that, and so. I didn't make any videos then because that wasn't the space I was in. But today I would like to chat a little bit about the marketing of spirituality in the human game. And I do believe that that is indeed um, a very big thing. And there's so many levels of really expressing that, the marketing aspect of spirituality. It's marketed on multiple levels. And I think anybody watching this video, may have their own interpretation of that from their own experiences of the many videos that are available to you, the many workshops that are available coming from many people, and in general, just the concept of spirituality. And, the concept of spirituality to me um, has definitely been inserted into our human experience as this very, up in the cloud um, kind of experience. And so most people are looking for that, this certain attainment or this certain experience that they should be having when they think of spirituality. Well, I do see it quite a bit different, and it doesn't mean that I saw it that way. I've always seen it that way. I didn't. Again, coming from a church background, there is that, oh geez, there is that out of this world experience, or concepts, or definitions, structured around protocols for being spiritual. Spirituality, the way it's marketed, it's as if it's marketed so that you are following a certain set of protocols, and you see that in various religious concepts, religious beliefs, religious structures, that we are supposed to operate a certain way. And so, you find that maybe whoever is listening to this right now, you find that you've spent a great deal of maybe your life trying to achieve this thing called, spirituality, that is supposedly, only available to some people. Like everybody isn't, spiritual. Only some people, based on the protocols that have been laid out, that we're following. But I think, the whole concept, the whole idea is really more so connected with, again, yeah, I'm going to use that word, with a level of technology by which this idea about the human game has been designed. So I think we're dealing with um, levels of possibilities, and the multiple levels by which, or at which, we exist, or by which we have the opportunity to operate, of multiple levels of possibilities, and being able to tap into possibilities that exceed, or go beyond the concept of reality by which we've been living, and the concept of reality that continues to be marketed to us, many different concepts of reality marketed to us. And again, that goes back to the whole idea of spirituality. So you may spend your time trying to achieve this thing that you've heard of or seen, with yogis and, different gurus. But what I'm saying to you is that it's really just another level of an expansive cosmic technology that really would allow one to enter into levels of the experience then, or reality experience, or creation experiences, a more expansive aspect of yourself, that is always there. So basically, that's what you're aiming for. And the reason why you're aiming for that is because the sense that you get is when you're able to enter into that more expansive level of who you are, when you're able to tap into that level of who you are, there is potentially a greater level of freedom. Not only that, but you have access to more expansive information, because within the general human game, or as I like to put it, the level one human experience, we are basically, most people are operating by the general rules or general protocols of that level of reality. So in essence, you're a traveler. You can look at yourself as an astronaut, but you're a traveler arriving into this simulation, or this experience, this holodeck experience that is sort of structured for what we would call the human experience. And of course, within that level of the experience, it is a zone of forgetting um, any aspect of you that is more expansive than the aspect that seems to be invested in struggle here in this experience, in this reality. So everyone is sort of clamoring to try to transcend the struggles of reality. And so with that, we go seeking, and what we find is various levels of marketing of what spirituality is. Some of it, for some people, just feels so unattainable because it becomes so woo woo that, um, it actually sort of takes you away from something that is so natural, an alignment that really should be so natural for each of us. But again, that is all part of the human experience. So I'm only saying this in this sense. Again, it's just for those people who really are navigating outside of, or navigating beyond those, packaged protocols, those experiences, those particular concepts that sort of lead you further away from your expansive self. Yet on another level of science, the way all of this is structured, because everything is so multidimensional, there's so many levels to it, because all that exists are possibilities, that one can even enter into um, pockets or levels of awareness that does give you that woo woo, everything is peace, everything is love. But is that just another, is that just another matrix? Is that just another level that where you're still caught in the general basic human experience, which has all these multiple levels to it? Now, some of you out there may say, "What the heck is she talking about?" But for some of you who are familiar with my work and the things that I speak about, you get that there's multiple levels to this and the things that I do get into, and many of these things they don't get posted to YouTube, because they require, I think, so much more explanation, so much more detail that I can do, that I can actually give um, on YouTube. Unless you come to the workshops, or one of the retreats or something like that. But the point is this: I'm saying these things now, even if it makes no sense to you, it will trigger something. It will trigger something in, within your own memory. Because let's face it, we all have access to all different levels of information. We are networked into creation because we really technically are creation, in multiple levels of manifestation. This just happens to be one that we are aware of at this particular moment. So it is sort of, it is like a maze. It is a matrix in a matrix in a matrix. Within just this human experience alone has multiple realities and multiple simulations within it. So one can feel, as if you are moving into some, expansive zone, but with limitations. This is how you know, but with limitations. When you say that reality, this is it. It can't be anything else. Or you're not open to exploring outside of the teachings that you have received and you've invested in for the last 20 years. People say, oh, I've been, doing this for 27 years. I've been studying metaphysics for, 25 years, 27 years. When you find that you are stuck in a structure that, for X amount of time, that to me is a good indication that you are in a box somewhere. You are in a box. No judgment, no right or wrong, but just an awareness. That's basically it. Nobody fails at this experience, quite honestly. All we have are different levels of awareness, different levels of waking up to, different levels of realizations. And for me, I realize the levels of that this is a great technology that we're dealing with. And I'm using the word technology because basically the way I see technology is, and even if I think you break down the dictionary definitions, you realize basically what we're doing is we're molding energy. We're using the substance of energy like clay to mold and shape and create, various various concepts, various scenarios, various experiences, as we do on the third dimensional level with, creating anything, a cell phone, a computer. It's all various levels of technology that we're dealing with. And don't let that scare you, because see, that scares a lot of people. If I say technology, they feel like they're being removed from spirituality, which is this woo woo definition, this woo woo thing that you've been given. But for those people who are really ready to really wake up to the expansiveness that they are, these incredible travelers throughout, time and space and beyond the concept of time and space, then that's what I'm saying to you. I'm just saying this as a reminder. I'm not saying you don't know, because you do know. But when it's ideal for you as an individual to maybe wake up to those levels of memory, then you will. Then it won't be an upset with me because I'm using those terminology, or somebody's going, oh, that's just ridiculous. God created us, only the creator. Well, who is God? I mean, have you asked yourself that question? What are you speaking about? Are you regurgitating what you've been taught all this time? Maybe are you the one that has created this experience, your experience? Then you say God is everything. So then that includes the essence that you are operating, at in this human form. And you are right. God did create us, everything. And there's many levels, which we will not talk about today, but some of you are sort of exposed to that anyway. There are many levels of creators, and that includes us. But there are many levels of creators. This is an incredibly, endless um, game experience. Creation is just being any and everything as it can possibly be. And so there's multiple levels, multiple levels. There is no finality in terms of what reality can be and what it is. That's why we're always discovering. That's why science is constantly changing its mind on conclusions that they've come to, because there really are no finalities. There are no conclusive concepts. Sure, you can embrace something conclusive, and it is going to be true for you in that moment, because that is where you are. That's wherever it is that you are, that's where you are. Where I am, that's where I am. So when I'm saying these things, I am saying them just to bring latitude and to trigger that memory of possibilities that far exceed what we've been marketed in terms of what spirituality is, and people trying to achieve, these levels that they might see other people speaking about, other people that do spiritual teachings. I don't even call what I do teaching. I don't even use that word. I share. That's what I do. I share. But the people who are providing these various levels of information, yes. So you're taking on various concepts that are being marketed to you, and it's not to throw any of that out, but it's to always take from these teachings that you're getting from other people. Take what aligns with you in that moment, and keep moving. That's the thing. It's the keep moving. You get something from everybody, from everything, and you keep moving. That's what I did. I never settled in any one place and I'm stuck right there. I keep attempting to, or aiming to, evolve my understanding, my awareness, my memory. That is ultimately it. Just came aiming to do that, and to align with that kind of awareness, which then simply allows my brain to not have that the same kind of general filter on, in allowing me to see and to understand more about what reality is, because the brain, it filters what you are going to experience or align with, because it does it based on what you can accept as a possibility. That is a known fact. So it's filtering. So you have to look at, what can you accept as a possibility. You're the one determining how much you will know, how expansive your awareness can be in this moment, in this time, and stepping it up. Don't spend so much time focused, and I'm saying this for those who will email me. I get all kinds of emails about, what to do to, um, to become more expansive. Don't spend so much time figuring out, a step one and a step two. More than anything else, desire is key. Desire without limitation. The desire to know, to understand, to be open, to be aware, goes a long way, as opposed to um, operating within a construct of rules and rituals. Which rules and rituals, they all have their place, and you do them um, with latitude. You still do them with the intention of opening up enough to then be taken to yet more expansive levels. But again, this is about just looking on at where you are right now and the marketing. And, I think that there is a place for everything, in the sense of maybe listening to somebody that they just throw out a lot of positive, what they call positive things, just, positivity. And maybe that's what you need right at that moment. But don't forget the balance. Don't forget the balance. We want absolute peace. We want absolute joy. But how about, is it everything? Is it all encompassing? Are we fracturing ourselves by looking at things in that manner where it's either this way or that way? There is no in between, there is no balance. Maybe this is all about balance. Maybe this is all about being able to embrace all the emotions that flood through you, all of your experiences, and allowing them to show you, what they represent in your life. And I guarantee you that every single experience that you have is truly taking you, giving you the opportunity to be taken steps further. So look at what's being marketed to you, because I guarantee you that everybody that does what they call teachings, everybody, because we are still in this human form, and because we're even, talking to you, or going out and sharing and doing workshops, or being on video, we are all working through our evolution. We are all working through our evolution. So you keep that, keep that in mind, so that people aren't, you aren't giving away your power to guruing somebody, or you're not just getting lost in, all I want to hear is just positive things. I don't want to hear anything else. I just want to hear positive things. Um, just allow yourself. It'll pass. If it's something that kind of makes your gut, gives you a knot, you're getting that knot in your stomach for a reason. There's a message there. There's a message there. Everything comes is with a message. Everything comes with a message. And I definitely have those moments. I mean, just recently, I had that where I think for 2 months, I was in a zone. I was in a zone, and I realized that, I'm just riding through a space at this time. Maybe that feeling is taking you to something greater, that transformation. Because remember, every thought, every emotion, everything has a frequency. It measures a frequency, a vibration. And maybe in that moment, that is a frequency that is needed to bring me further into the kind of evolution that I am, moving forward into. So just move forward. Just keep moving forward. Trust yourself. Tune into yourself. Um, and just know that you, the more expansive you, as I love to say, has your back. It always has your back. It sent you on this journey, and of course, yes, I can't get into that either in this video, but do read the article that I wrote and put up last week. So awful with remembering even the titles of my article, but it does start out with the robot self. If you go on the website spiritinformed.com, um, you will see it. You will see. Go to where it says Sonia's articles, even though the other articles are mine too, but it says a few of Sonia's articles. Click on that, and you will see that article that really kind of goes into that. There's a couple of other articles too that I really would suggest that you give a read to, because it really does go into a bit more of that, because we do need to understand the robot mind, and that's where we operate from. We do much of what we do from that robotic aspect, and that's where our egos get into battle with one another, because it's one robot mind talking to another robot mind. So we have a couple of different minds that we're operating by. So when we say I feel, or I'm doing this, or you know you go, well, who is that? What part of me is feeling this? Well, it's the robot that struggles. As I've expressed before, in workshops in Mount Shasta, in that workshop, the retreat we did recently, we were talking about that. But who does the struggling? That part of you, that's designed for what? For survival. That part of you that is designed for survival, that's what it does. It looks for um, reasons to act on its survival instinct. And what do we live pretty much most of our day, our waking day? A lot of survival programs on many different levels, from money to relationships to our careers to the entanglement that we get in with other people. The I like you, I don't like you, the all of that. You have to ask yourself, well, what part of me is really doing that? That's all survival. It's fear. It's all survival. So, yeah, I think I will end my talk there. Now, again, I would advise you to visit spiritinform.com, as there are tons of free articles there that I've written over a period of time, lots of more recent ones as well that really go in detail, if you don't already do that. And, subscribe so that you will know when I send out an article. So subscribe, which is free, to the newsletter on spiritinform.com, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, of course. And what else do I want to tell you about? Oh, and also, for those of you who do email me, asking me, to give you specifics on things, it's so tough because I can't do it all in an email. It's just really hard. But most of what people ask me, I've already talked about. I've talked about these things in workshops. So I suggest you do go on the website, spiritinform.com, and look in the store. Everything that I've ever done, worked, all the workshops, retreats, um, speaking engagements, all the lectures, it's all on the website. There are some things that are on demand on Vimeo that you can go and watch the full thing, on Vimeo. Some of it is, some of these things are 5 hours long. So you can go to Vimeo and look for some of these workshops, some of these talks in the retreat, or you can check the website spiritinform.com, for lots of things there. I am also going to be in New York, supposed to be in New York on October 3rd. That information is on the website. So if you want to find out more about that, so we're talking October 3rd, 2015, for when people view this in 2016, it's October 3rd, 2015. If you are in New York, I'll be there. It's going to be a 9 to 4 workshop. Can't even remember the title now, I told you. But go on spiritinform.com and click on events, and you will see that information. And if you register for the workshop, I am giving away the audio download to the retreat I did last year, August, in Ojai, California. And that retreat was called the Reimagine, Reimagine. And if you look on YouTube, there are video excerpts of that retreat. But if you register for New York, you will get that. And you don't even know how much that people paid to be at that workshop, at that retreat. So this is really a great deal, a really, really great giveaway, really. So I'm not sure if there's anything else right now. Whatever it is, it should be on the website, and I think that's it. So visit spiritinform.com, and I know that once I say bye, there's something that I will remember that I didn't say. Email me. I want to see your comments. Go ahead, and if you feel like it, comment on this. I love when there's a dialogue that's going on with some of the videos, that it triggers something for somebody, and I love that because we get to learn from each other. We get to share the video with other people as well, if you are soul led. And that's it. I thank you for listening to me, and I do hope that this added something inspirational, and uplifting to your experience. spiritinform.com. Until next time, have an incredible life.